Paul from Model Boat Builders. Hope you're all well, and great to see the restrictions lifted in Victoria quite a bit, so at least we can get out and about. In basics, I've been playing around with the boats on the water a little bit. The speedboat I have, that's the super speedboat, is not super speed, so I'm not happy with that. We always change our minds, don't we? You do something and you can play around with it. Yep, looks great, going to be good. You put it on the water and it just not what I expected. I've got a large motor in there, so I've now ordered a quite an expensive prop. I've gone from a 4 to a 3, now I'm going to a 2-bladed prop, which is a pro prop, so it should be a super speed. The motor should be massive amounts of thrust for it. I can't remember the RPMs on it, but yeah, quite high. Anyway, the reason for my vlog today is quite simple. I have had many different ideas on this hovercraft. I'd finished it, tried to run it, thank God I didn't put it on water. But wasn't happy with the lift. I was not getting enough pressure under the skirts. I tried 2 different skirts unsuccessfully, so basically I scrapped it, and this is what I'm left with now. So it's a learning curve, isn't it, really? So I've got all the parts, I've salvaged all the parts, I've got all the motors out, I've got the rear steering and propeller propulsion mechanism all out, and I'm going to start from scratch. So what I've done now is that I've created it wider, which you can see here on my bench. That's going to be the width. I've rounded most of the corners for the aft, for the bow, and I've gone into a very thin, that's about 3s, balsa wood, so it's lighter. Obviously I will brace it. I'm not going to leave it like that, but it will be braced anyway, because once I put the mechanism underneath, or the main pressure skirt where the skirt will go, that's going to reinforce these sheets here, because of course you can't get balsa wood like that. So at the moment I'm still drawing it out. You probably can't see, it's all in pencil, but I'm drawing it out, and this will be the base. So it's quite a large base, and I've ordered a couple of very high pressure fans, and I've got one off my grandson actually that works on computers. So I'm actually going to try a computer fan just to see what sort of pressure I can get with that. And I could probably get away with 2, but this is quite a large one. So the 2 that I've ordered, I can't remember what they are in RPMs, but yeah, they're in the 20,000-30,000 era, so hopefully that's going to be powerful enough. If one's not enough, well, I'll put 2. I've got the area that I can use because it's wider. Yeah, and that's what I'm up to now. So I'm going to do short vlogs just to show you how I'm going with it. The other one only took me probably about 2-3 weeks to build, and probably to get it up to scratch, and then I was just fiddling around putting bits and pieces. But that's all done now. The electronic side is all done. I might swing over to brushless motors. I'm one that always uses brushed motors, mainly because of heat. They don't generate too much heat, but I can water cool this, no problem. I have a method that I can use, and probably you use out there too. And it's an induction system that once you put the tube underneath on your keel, and obviously facing the bow, it obviously with pressure pressurizes the tube with water, runs up, runs around the motor and back out. So that's one method that I've seen used, and it's very good. it works. It works really well. Or I can go to the fan method. I can attach a fan propelled cooling system onto the motor. But anyway, at that stage, all I'm worried about at the moment, I know I can get the speed with the large motors that I do have. I'll get the speed up. Yeah, it's mainly the lift. But by using such a thin section, and the skirt underneath will only be that high, and for example, they'll all go into a long box. In other words, it'd be longer than this, of course, but just an example, a long box method, and with holes all the way around, which will get into the skirt, and then hopefully with this idea I can attach the skirt completely across the bottom and then cut out and then drill holes into the bottom. But anyway, I'll get to that as I go. It's probably my first vlog that I'm explaining as I'm going, because there's just nothing out there. When you look at YouTube, it's either too fast, it's on fast motion, or they don't show you enough how to do a correct skirt. And there are probably 3 or 4 different ways of doing a skirt of a hovercraft, and I won't get into the engineering of it because I've actually gone online and read up all the details on the engineering side of it and what different types there are. There are 2. I'm not going to bore you with all that with the engineering side of it. So that's what I've been looking at too, where I can get best propulsion and best air pressure coming out underneath the skirt. And yeah, so we'll just leave it at that, otherwise I'm going to bore you with tears. Alright, I'm going to enjoy this project this time. I'm not going to lose my cool over it. I'm going to make sure it works. I've got every other boat now all working. So I've got 1, 2, and the paddle steamer. I've got 2 new motors going into this one, so they should be here this week. That's the only one I haven't put on the water. Oh, excuse me. So I've got 2 brand new motors. These 2 motors that I actually purchased from China, unfortunately, were low voltage, and every time I'm using a 7.2 battery, they overheated and actually burnt one out. So I've gone up now to anything up to around about the 7 to 12 volt, and they are on order. They're a miniature motor. I don't need a fast motor. They're going to be fast, but I'll adjust my radio controller to suit. I'll probably drop it down to about 40%. So I only need a small, slow propulsion. All the steering mechanism on my Emmylou, which you can see there, it's up the top there. I'm slowly trying to get my workshop together in here. So she's come up really well. I'm very, very, very proud of her. A lot of work gone into that, and everyone's just very, very happy with what the outcome was. So once I get those 2 motors in, she's ready to go. I just can't wait, and if we can get some great weather like we had today, except for the rough weather, I've got another place that I'm going to take them into fresh water, and I'll take the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've got 5 now. The next one is going to be a jet propel, or jet propulsion that I've got. I've already got the all the mechanism for that, and that's just so easy to build. All I've got to do is work out what sort of craft I'm going to put it in. So something I'm going to have to put a deep V hole in it, so that of course the motor lays deep right down into the bottom of the hull, yeah, you get more propulsion out of it. So anyway, that's it for now. Stay safe. Still do the right thing, of course. We're all still using masks here in Victoria, and I can't wait now. I'm hoping to get up to Echuca with the paddle steamer once that's gone, and I'll take all the boats with me, and we might be able to have some fun on the Murray. So if you haven't ever seen the Murray, it's just spectacular. Great place to be, and I'm hoping to get about 2 or 3 days holiday up there. I am retired now, but because of this COVID situation, we haven't really had a break. So anyway, all right, all the best. God bless. Please subscribe, like, give us your comments, and it's always great to hear from you. All right, cheers for now. God bless. Bye bye.